Bake and Bakers. Today we're going to make a different sort of cake. We haven't made this very often at the cafe, so it's a bit new to me, so I've written everything down. And I've never actually made this. We've made an apple and cinnamon cake, but we've never made this recipe. So this is all going to be a little bit, we'll see what happens. I hope it will turn out all right because actually a customer's ordered it, but we shall see. If it goes wrong, I can make another sort later, so at least I've got a whole day to do it. So, right, so the first thing we need is 210 grams of plain flour. So, a little bit too much, that's 215. 210. So that goes into that bowl, and with that goes 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I think I'll put all that in. That's another thing gone out of my cupboard. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 150 grams of caster sugar. And then the apple. It says 1 big red apple peeled and chopped, but I've got these galas and they're quite small, so I'm going to do 2 apples. Now I've been working with Rebecca Clinch on Thursdays, and she's got this amazing apple corer slicer gadget that apparently came from a very well-known Swedish very large discount store that they usually have on most edges of big towns. I think our nearest one is Thurrock, probably. Shop I love to go to, but I haven't been for ages. I think the last time I went there was when I came back from Tunisia with Sarah Wilkins, so that was a long time ago. I don't think I've been since then. But yes, a lot of people have these gadgets where you just push down. Now I just push down on that and it will take the core out and cut it into nice slices. But I don't have such a thing. But if I ever get to go to that Swedish massive place, I think I will be definitely getting one. So it says roughly chopped in the instructions. So I've had a bit of a morning of it today. Got up, well, my husband got up, I didn't get up. He always gets up first and makes me tea. And the cooker was not playing ball. It was very, very low, only just on. So we had a bit of a panic. Looked at it, the light wasn't on, so we thought, oh dear, must be something wrong with an element or something. So we opened the door and I noticed that it looked like something had been spilt down the front. So I gave it a wipe, and in giving it a wipe it caused it to spark and flash. So from that point on we knew straight away that it wasn't anything to do with the fuse getting into it, because it was obviously getting current in. So my husband's a bit of a whiz, and he what happened was a piece of wire had cooked itself, so he resoldered a new connection on the end, and bingo, it's working now. It's not quite up to the temperature it should be, but we don't know how long it's been off, but it'll be fine for this cake because it's usually a bit too hot for cakes, so this will be quite good. Right. So right, that's the apple all in there, and then in another bowl I think we'll use this bowl, but first of all I'll weigh out the things, because this cake, before it goes in the oven, it has like a topping put on it which is going to have caster sugar, cinnamon and butter. So I get everything weighed out into this saucepan, and then we're ready to, we can mix the other stuff straight into this bowl. Save on the washing up. So it's 50 grams of sugar. Tablespoon of butter and a teaspoon of cinnamon. So teaspoon of cinnamon, and it hasn't said to put cinnamon in the cake, but I don't know whether this is going to be enough just drizzled on the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit in there as well, because if you're going to have a cake with cinnamon in, you want to taste it, don't you? So put that on to melt. Now the wet part of this cake is a little bit strange because it's vegetable oil like we use when we do a carrot cake and a brownie. Greek yogurt. Now I don't know if you remember me telling you about when we did a lemon yogurt cake at work, and that was really, really nice. So this is 120 millilitres. Now I bought a big pot of Greek yogurt because at the time I wasn't actually sure how much to have. So it was half of one of those big pots, but I'm sure if you got one of those little individual pots, that will probably be enough, because it's a bit hard to measure out 120 mils when it's that thick. I might beat the eggs in there, I might get a bit more out. Oh, I'm getting desperate for a haircut. I know I've got bits of hair that keep hanging down, making my face itch, which isn't good when you're cooking, so I'm trying not to itch them. But yeah, I think July the hairdressers are back, but I know we're all getting pretty desperate for a haircut. I cut my husband's, and I don't say so myself, I did quite a good job. But I don't know if I'm going to let him loose on my hair. And some vanilla. Just wash my hands, I've got yogurt on them. Let's have a nice generous spoonful of vanilla. This is the extract, so it's a little bit stronger. Beat all the, so in here we've got, as I said, we've got 120 millilitres of oil, 120 millilitres of Greek yogurt, 2 eggs and some vanilla. Mix those together. This, all the dry stuff will all mix up. There's a spoon. This is what we're going to drizzle on the tops. This is cinnamon, butter and sugar. So let's put that into there. I've never made this cake before, so I will take a picture of it when it comes out, because obviously you won't see it come out. I was going to make an experiment one at the weekend to try, but the weather was so nice, I just spent all weekend out in the garden. So there we go, it's all mixed together. It says not to over mix it, and it's supposed to form a thick batter. Well, I think we can agree that it's forming a thick batter. Somebody's dared to walk past the front of the house. Here's my little dog. Right, so let's put this into the cake tin. You'll be telling this by the end of this lockdown where everything is in my drawers, won't you? Make sure it's all don't want to over mix it. I don't want to have any bits of flour left still. This is sort of a perfect combination, I think, apple and cinnamon, and like a crunchy topping. What they're doing is they're all barking. There's a dog barking outside. So they're all having a little chat to each other. It's Nelly the cockapoo from next door. So it hasn't come that far up the tin, so hopefully the baking powder will make it rise. Hear the bins now. I don't know if you can hear that, but all the bins are coming around. It's brown bin day today. So it's only come about less than halfway up the tin, so I hope it does have a good rise on it. Right, there we are. As it's cooling down, it's going a bit thicker, which I think is what we want. So, just going to drizzle that all over the top. And that goes in the oven. It says for about half an hour on 180. But I think it's going to take longer than that for me because my oven's not quite up to heat. And I'll do it in the cake baker. So I haven't actually told you about the cake baker. I've had to borrow this because I haven't got one, and now I'm making cakes. It's a bit of a thing that I need. So what it is because the oven is so hot, you put this tin inside here, and then you lower this inside the saucepan so it's suspended, and then it has a lid on it, and then the cake cooks inside in its steam almost, and it stops it from burning. So it's a great thing to have when you've got an oven like mine that is a bit uncontrollable. But as I say, I should have had that in by now. So that's going to go in the oven. For me, it'll be about an hour. But I will take a photo when it comes out, and I'll be interested to know what the customer thinks of it too. Okay then. Cheerio, Dakin Bakers. Have a good day, and looking forward to seeing more of your cooking photos. Bye.